lads and lovelies. Captain Edward von Arkham here, coming to you from on board the MHS Hysteria. You will not believe what we've discovered. Lytton has come through for us magnificently. By digging through scores of records at Miskatonic, Lytton discovered that Professor Nathaniel Peaslee had a son named Wingate, a professor of psychology at the university, and under whose name at Miskatonic's private library, Lytton found a written testament by Professor Peaslee the Elder concerning his strange amnesia of 1908 to 13, and his endeavors to make sense of it. Lytton wired us the entire record. I've been taking notes. Apparently, after the professor's proper personality returned in September of 1913, he began to look into similar psychological cases, of which he uncovered several, centuries apart from one another. Each case concerned a person of significant intelligence seized by some strange amnesia, developing a new personality with a lust for accumulating knowledge, and the sudden return of their former self, followed by the persistence of bizarre dreams and a distorted perception of time. Well, that's odd. Sure enough, Professor Peaslee soon began to experience strange dreams of an enormous, vaulted chamber with vast shelves of hieroglyphic-laden books upon the wall. Well, that's familiar. The professor resolved to examine any and every scrap of data with even the remotest link to his visions, and what he uncovered was beyond extraordinary. His accumulated research proves the existence of the civilization referred to in the narcotic manuscripts as the Great Race that had conquered the secret of time. This great race had traveled across time and space from their home planet of Yith in the Paleozoic era and built a terrestrial civilization devoted to the accumulation of knowledge from all across time. The strange curvilinear symbols found in the Eltdown shards, the narcotic manuscripts, and the notes made by Professor Peaslee in his altered state. This was the great race's alphabet. How the professor could have had knowledge of this language was unthinkably strange. But the strangest was still to come. Soon enough, his dreams yielded a megalithic city inhabited by life forms of inhuman shape. Professor Peaslee describes them as immense cones rising to a height of 10 feet with 4 long appendages at the apex, 2 of which terminate in pincers, 1 of which in a set of strange trumpet-like organs, and 1 in a spherical head with 3 eyes about the circumference, 4 thin stalks on the crown, and a series of rubbery tentacles on the underside. But the final piece came when the professor first perceived himself in his dreams. He was one of them. It did not take much to connect the dots from there. Professor Peaslee concluded that the Yith had somehow projected the conscious mind of a member of their race forward in time and displaced his mind from his body, taking residence therein and trapping his mind in its body. The professor's secondary personality was that of a Yith seeking transtemporal knowledge, and his dreams were memories of his captivity in their primordial city. Gadzooks, that's incredible! In 1934, the professor's records detail a correspondence with an archaeologist in Western Australia who had unearthed ancient stone masonry fragments bearing the curvilinear language of the Yith in the Great Sandy Desert. This led to the expedition partially funded by Mr. Tonic, upon which the professor writes he had discovered irrefutable physical proof of his beliefs. Yet he decided to leave it buried for some reason. But that doesn't matter, because we now know the location of the Yith's great metropolis. The fabled city of Narcotis awaits us. Oh, that's our time. I'm off to set a course. Until next time, stay mad, my duckies. This is exciting.